arena. Specifically, this Crimson Arena. Folks, I hope you're ready for bloodshed because we've got buckets of blood to shed today. We have two teams that are going to be competing head to head. Only one can be the victor. So, welcome. Everyone, give a Crimson Arena welcome to our two competing teams. Can we zoom in on this? Oh my gosh, not that much. Maybe there-ish. We have two teams. We have Team Blue and we have Team Red. Actually, let's zoom out. Zoom out. There we go. All right. So, as you can see, we are in one of the most brutal back alley gladiatorial arenas that the world has ever seen. And this is truly illicit content. I'm just going to say that up front. The Lord of the Land has no idea that in his own backyard, in an old abandoned fort, nobles from around the land have congregated to place their bets, albeit from the safety of the ramparts, on who is going to come away with the victory this evening. They do this maybe once every 5 years or so. They gather this team of unbelievable warriors and put them up against each other. And folks, I have never in all my day of commentating on Crimson Arena battles have I ever seen warriors more fierce than those that we're looking at right here, right now. So let's take a peek. We have 4 members of Team Blue. We have 4 members of Team Red on the right, and that's easy to remember. Red on the right, blue on the left. So now's the time. Place your bets. Who's going to come away with the victory? Is it going to be Team Blue? And we will meet each of these warriors in just a second, because what I did was I went out to the outskirts. I went on social media. I went on Facebook and I put out a request. Give me names. Give me names of warriors that we can use in this conquest, in this battle. And my friends, you didn't disappoint me. We've got the names. Some of them are a little crazier than others, but it's time to see who we've got. No, we don't want to zoom in that far. How about right about there? All right, Zeem, hey, how are you doing? Sorry if that was a little late. All right, so we're going to be doing a series of one-on-one combats between the 4 members of Team Blue and the 4 members of Team Red, the survivors of which will then battle each other in one-on-one battles. There can only be one team standing. Here is how this works. Each of the 4 members of a team have a special ability. They can either be agile, which means when they roll their combat dice, they get to re-roll 1 time any results of 1. They may have shield mastery. That warrior simply negates 1 wound each round. Or they could be heavily armored. Joker, how are you doing, my friend? Heavily armored means they have 8 health instead of 6. So normally we have these green dice we're going to use to track health points. Typically each warrior has 6 health points. However, if you are heavily armored, you get a D8 to track your health. Weapon prowess. That warrior rolls 7 dice instead of 6. Normally you're going to be rolling 6 dice, and we'll adjust the camera. I chose these just black and white dice because hopefully they're easy to read on camera. But if you have weapon prowess, you get 7 dice instead of 6. So each warrior is going to have one of these 4 abilities. But enough of the technicalities. We need to introduce the warriors. So let's get this out of here and let's take a closer look at who we have this time in the Crimson Arena. So here we go. Representing Team Blue, we're just going to go back and forth. We're going to talk about who is on Team Blue, then we're going to talk about who is on Team Red. And again, most of these names were picked from social media where I put out a request to please give me some character names. And we have. Folks, give a big Crimson Arena welcome to the first competitor from Team Blue. It is Wilbur Sandusky. This is Wilbur Sandusky. He is number 1, which means he is agile. Wilbur Sandusky is agile like you've never seen before. And I don't care how much equipment he has on him and how maybe lack of agility all that might actually make him. He is agile, gosh darn it, and he re-rolls ones in combat. That is Wilbur Sandusky, our first member of Team Blue. So everyone give a round of applause to Wilbur. Dragon, how are you, my friend? Next, the first member of Team Red. Folks, give a big round of applause to Lulu Pop. That's right, all the way from the bowels of hell comes Lulu Pop. I know, she looks absolutely amazing with her, that kind of a short skirt hiked up there. Lulu Pop is also incredibly agile, and that is going to be a tough thing for Team Blue to overcome. Brain, how are you? Oh, yes, you absolutely know it. And these are dry erase. I know. How cool is that, right? I mean, how sweet is this? Watch this. You can just erase it. These are dry erase, double-sided cards. I absolutely love these. I use these in Dicey Depths now. I use these in all sorts of things. But Lulu Pop is agile. Joker, thank you so much. I absolutely love it too, which is why I spend a lot of time down here. That is a fact. All right, enough about Lulu Pop. Let's see who we've got. We're moving back over to Team Blue, and here is Team Blue's second entrant. It is, oh, you guessed it, it's Rita Steele. Rita Steele, and she's number 2. Number 2 means she has Shield Mastery. This warrior negates 1 wound each round. You heard that correctly. Rita Steele, when she takes wounds, she negates 1 of them. Even if she only takes a single wound, that round means she takes no wounds. Folks, give a big Crimson Arena welcome to Rita Steele. All right, that means next up for Team Red, we have... Oh, this guy is an absolute legend in the arena circuit. You guessed it. It is Tim, I'll Show You Mine Timmons. Folks, give a big round of applause to Tim, I'll Show You Mine Timmons. Now, Tim is also a number 2, which means he also has Shield Mastery. He takes 1 fewer wounds each round. That is Tim, I'll Show You Mine Timmons. We'll give him a health die, and we will also give Rita Steele a health die. And now it is time for the third member of Team Blue. Folks, welcome to the Crimson Arena, if you please. None other than Juniper Jets. That's right. We have Juniper Jets in the arena. Juniper Jets is a number 3. That means she is heavily armored. So what does that mean? Well, that means she has 8 health points instead of 6. So instead of the 6 health points, that's right, she's tracking her health with a D8. That's Juniper Jets representing Team Blue. And her counterpart over on Team Red, oh my gosh, we all know this guy. We've seen him around countless arenas around the land. It's Dave Big Bones Malone. Folks, give a big Crimson Arena welcome to Dave Big Bones Malone. Welcome in, Dave. So Dave is also, he also has the heavily armored ability, which means he also has 8 health points instead of 6. So fantastic. We are so pleased that Dave Big Bones Malone could make it to the Crimson Arena for this battle. This is going to be absolutely epic, like nothing you've ever seen before. And folks, That brings us to the fourth and final member of Team Blue. Who is it? Oh, you know him. I know him. The world knows him. It's Ace Steelman. Ace Steelman, welcome to the Crimson Arena. Now, Ace is a number 4, which means he has weapon prowess. He rolls 7 dice when he attacks instead of 6. So all these other pedestrians are rolling 6 dice. Ace Steelman is rolling 7. I mean, come on. Well, there you have it. That is all 4 members of Team Blue, and we'll go through them again before we begin. But we still have the 4th and final member of Team Red. Oh my gosh, an absolute legend. We have Susan Saran Wrap. That's right, Susan Saran Wrap is the 4th and final member of the red team for Crimson Arena. Susan Saran Wrap comes to us with weapon prowess. She also rolls 7 dice instead of 6. So that is it. Are you kidding me? I mean, look at this lineup, folks. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this in all my day of commentating Crimson Arena battles. Let's go through these again to remind us who we are. We have Team Blue on the left. We have Team Red on the right. And who do we have? We have the legend, Wilbur Sandusky. We have Rita Steele, Juniper Jets, and, oh, that's right, Ace Steelman. Oh, my God, yeah. Yes, Steve, that's right. Let's get ready to rumble. Lulu Pop, representing Team Red. Tim, I'll show you mine Timmons. We have Dave Big Bones Malone. And last but not least, the legend herself, Susan Saran Wrap. Folks, we are in the Crimson Arena. The nobles have their beverages. They are going crazy. They're losing their minds. Place your bets. Who do you think is going to take home the victory today? Is it going to be the legendary Team Blue, or is it going to be the absolutely even more legendary Team Red? Folks, it's time to start rolling dice and see who comes away with the victory. So the way this is going to work is we're going to pair these off one-on-one, one at a time, and after one full round of the first 4 combats, whichever team has fewer either warriors or fewer total combined health points, they'll get to pick the matchups for the next round. So in comes the dice tray, folks. Before we get into the combat, can I just show off this dice tray really quick? I just got this today. It's an Ultra Pro dice tray. Looks actually kind of nice, right? But the cool thing is the corners are magnetic. So that's how it stays up. Our magnets in the corners. That's so cool. I'm used to these, and I still do love these. I love my metallic dice games tray where the corners are button snaps. Those are still very cool. I absolutely love these. I picked up a couple more of these today, but I also picked up a couple of these because they're magnets in the corners. I'm sorry, I just absolutely love those. All right, folks, let's get this underway. Who is going to be competing in match number 1? Oh, that's right. It is going to be Wilbur Sandusky, the legend, Wilbur Sandusky. And who is Wilbur going to fight? We're just going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4 from Team Red, and we're going to roll a 4-sided die. Who is Wilbur going up against? It is a number 2. It's Tim. I'll show you mine Timmons. Good God. I never thought we would find such an epic matchup this early on in the competition. All right, Wilbur Sandusky representing Team Blue on the left. We have Tim, I'll show you mine Timmons on the right representing Team Red. They're both going to be rolling 6 dice. And it's time to roll them. You'll see how the combat works in just a second here, but essentially, I'm going to roll 6 dice for Wilbur. We're going to lay them in a line. We're then going to roll 6 dice for Tim, and we're going to lay them in a line. It's just going to be highest to lowest. And then, we're going to deal wounds based on which dice knocked out the other dice. Just highest roll does a wound. So here we go. This is Wilbur Sandusky. This is combat number 1, round 1 of the Crimson Arena. Wilbur Sandusky. Oh my gosh. And Wilbur came out pretty strong here. So Wilbur has a 5 and 2 4s, as well as a 3, a 2, and a 1. So Wilbur really spreading it around here. Wilbur has quite a variety of dice, and now we are about to see what Tim can do up against that. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you, Tim is an absolute legend. So here we go. Tim, I'll show you mine Timmons. Let's see what he can do. Oh my gosh, that actually is a pretty comparable roll, and this will be a good example of how this dice deterministic combat works. So let's take a peek and see what we've got. So first of all, Wilbur is agile. That means Wilbur gets to re-roll any of his 1s. So we're going to re-roll this 1. Oh my gosh, that took a while to decide what it wanted to be. Oh my gosh, it's another 5. Holy smokes. Now, Tim, I'll show you mine Timmons. Don't forget, he has shield mastery, which means he negates 1 wound each round. So let's go through these. Nothing. This is a wound from Wilbur onto Tim. Wilbur does another wound and another wound. So out of all this, it's a wash, a wash, a wash, and Wilbur has done 3 wounds to Tim. However, thanks to Tim's shield, he only takes 2 of that, down to 4. And that was round 1 of the first match of combat, and we're going to do it again. We're going to keep doing it until only one of these warriors is left standing. So here we go. Combatants, take back your dice, and it's time to go again. Wilbur, rolling 6 dice, re-rolling any 1s. All right, well, thank goodness Wilbur's agile, because he did roll 2 1s, but Wilbur also has a 6, a 5, a 4, and a 3. Let's re-roll the 1s right now. Steve Barnes says, Wilbur, all right, we'll find out, and he re-rolled the 1s, which became 4s. Oh my gosh. That is a pretty solid roll if I've ever seen one. And now it's time for Tim. I'll show you mine Timmons. Come on, Tim. You gotta deal some damage here. All right, not too bad, because Tim rolls 2 5s, a 4, 2 3s, and a 1. Oh God, I'm not liking what I'm seeing out of these dice here. So Wilbur does 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds, but oh God, did Tim not do a single wound? Good Lord, Tim didn't do a single wound in return. So no wounds again on Wilbur, but 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds back. Now, if he didn't have that shield, Tim would be dead. And he reduces the amount of wounds he takes by 1. And so that means he takes 3 wounds instead of 4. Folks, I don't want to start panicking here, but Wilbur Sandusky is absolutely mopping the arena floor with Tim. I'll show you mine Timmons. Hal, my friend, thank you so much for joining us, and I appreciate that, but I'm just glad you're here now to witness Wilbur Sandusky possibly drive his sword into Tim's unfortunate corpse. Brain, it is highest to lowest. The 6 dice you roll are the 6 dice you roll. Order them highest to lowest and compare them, and that is that. Oh, yeah, you're exactly right, Tim. This is Tim's final stand, potentially. So here we go. This is going to be Wilbur Sandusky for the win. Oh, my gosh. Has Wilbur felt a little sympathy for Tim? So he rolled a 5, a 4, a 3, 2 2s, and a 1. And now this is the opening that Tim has been looking for. Tim, I'll show you mine Timmons. Don't forget, he negates 1 wound. Oh, before we forget, Wilbur Sandusky gets to re-roll this one and see what it is. It's a 2. So still, Tim has a shot here. Come on, Tim. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. This looks pretty good. A 6, a 5, a 4, another 4, a 3, and a 1. Oh my gosh, how the tide has turned. Tim has done 1 wound, 2 wounds, 3 wounds, 4 wounds, 5 wounds, 1 wound back. 5 wounds down to 1, and because of his shield, he negates 1 wound. It is all tied up. Wilbur only gets 1 reroll for his ones. Any ones he rolls in that initial roll are rerolled once, and that's it. Any ones you get after that, you are stuck with. All right, so can you believe it? I can't even believe what I just saw. Tim, I'll show you mine. Timmons has taken Wilbur Sandusky to the limit. They each have 1 wound apiece. And yes, in Crimson Arena, you can absolutely knock each other out. So this could be a double death that I have ever seen. All right, here we go. He did. Tim absolutely Tim is cheeked up, folks. He's cheeked up, and he is not afraid to show it. But here we go. The next round of combat. This could potentially be it. Hogan, I'm just glad you're here. Smash, that's right. It could be a double KO. They only have 1 wound apiece. Wilbur Sandusky with his roll. And I gotta tell you, Wilbur rolled pretty well here. He rolled a 6, a 5, 2 4s, a 3, and a 2. So Wilbur rolled no 1s, which means he won't get any rerolls here. And now it's time for Tim. I'll show you mine Timmons and his 6 dice. We'll see how they compare. Oh my gosh, look at that. He started strong. He started strong with a 6 and a 5, a 3, a 2, and 2 1s. All right, so let's see what the damage is. Nothing. A wound on Tim, a wound on Tim, a wound on Tim, a wound on Tim. Tim minuses 1 from the wounds he takes, so instead of taking 4, he takes 3. But unfortunately, he only had 1 wound left. So Tim, I'll show you mine Timmons, has been slain in the Crimson Arena. Unbelievable. But he took Wilbur Sandusky to the limit. Wilbur Sandusky only has a wound left, and whatever health you have at the end of the match is the health you have for the rest of the tournament. So Tim absolutely left his mark, so to speak, on Wilbur Sandusky. We will always remember Tim as a valiant legend in the Crimson Arena. But now, folks, it's time for the second combat. Who's it gonna be? Folks, representing Team Blue, give a big Crimson Arena welcome to none other than Rita Steele. Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, the nobles in the stands are going crazy. They know all about Rita Steele. But the question remains, who's Rita going to face? So we're going to roll a d6, a 1 or a 2, 3 or a 4, 5 or a 6. Who's it going to be? It's a 1. Oh my gosh. Do you know what that means? Rita Steele is going one-on-one with Lulu Pop. Oh my gosh. I can't believe a matchup this epic, this early in the tournament. Are you kidding me? So here we go. So just to remind you of their abilities, it's very similar to the last match we just saw. Rita gets to negate 1 wound each combat round. Lulu Pop gets to re-roll 1s. So it's the exact opposite of what we just saw. So we saw how close that one was. Is this one going to be just as close? Well, we're about to find out, folks. Here we go. Round 1 of match number 2. Here is Rita Steele's roll. Holy smokes, this is the moment Rita's been waiting for all her life. She rolled 2 6s, a 5, 2 4s, and a 2. Good night. All right, can Lulu do something comparable? And don't forget, Lulu gets to re-roll 1s. And thank goodness, Lulu does have a 1. She's going to want to re-roll. But for now, she has 2 5s, a 4, a 3, a 2. And I got to tell you, folks, this could be it for Lulu right out of the gate unless she rolls something big here. It's a 3. Oh my gosh, she actually saved her life with that roll. All right, so here's what we have. So Rita's the top row, Lula's the bottom row. So Rita does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. Lulu does no wounds. But thankfully, since she rolled that 3, it knocked these 2s together, so that won't be any wounds. And it is now 5 wounds to Lulu. Pop. Good God. I told you. We saw that when Rita pulled that huge roll right at the beginning. I was like, oh my gosh, Rita was so ready for this. You could see her on the sidelines pacing like a lion. I've never seen anything like it. Can she keep the momentum? No, Lulu is not the one who negates a damage. Lulu is the one who re-rolls 1. Rita is the one who negates a damage, and she didn't even have to because she didn't even take a wound. Lulu was caught completely by surprise by Rita's offensive maneuvers. But can Rita keep the momentum up? This is round 2, and we're rolling Rita first. Oh my gosh, did she give it all she had in that first shot? Because here we go, a 5, a 4, 2 2s, and 2 1s. Oh no! This is the moment that Lulu has been waiting for. All right, here we go. Lulu, and she does get to re-roll 1s, so let's stack these up. A 5, 2 4s, a 3, a 2, and re-rolling the 1. Oh my gosh, that die could not make up its mind, but it ended up being a 5. Good Lord, look at this. This is absolutely insane. Oh, Brain says that Brain is rooting for Team Red, and Lulu just did you proud because look at this. No wounds. A wound on Rita. 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 That's 5 wounds. But Rita does get to negate one of those, which means only 4 wounds. So now from 6 all the way down to 2. Look at this. That is how crazy these momentum swings can be. Steve is all about Rita Steele. I love it. I mean, when you have a competitor like Rita Steele in your presence, you can't help but go crazy. I mean, look at these people in the stands. They're absolutely going nuts. Uh-oh, Brain with the trash talk. Here we go. Here, round 3. This is Rita's roll. Can Rita bounce back? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Well, Rita does roll a 6. A 3, 3 2s, and a 1. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Lulu rolling and re-rolling 1s. Holy smokes. I've never seen a turnaround like this in ever. Look at that. 2 6s, a 4, a 3, and 2 1s that get to be re-rolled. And another 6 and a 5. Holy smokes. Lulu knew that Rita was on the ropes. And look at that. Holy cow. So Lulu does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. Minus 1 is 4 wounds. Rita only has 2 HP left. Rita Steele has been eliminated. Rita, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. Lulu Pop goes back to the sidelines, but with only 1 HP left. Oh my gosh, look at this. So in the first 2 rounds of combat, Wilbur Sandusky with only a wound left, Rita knocked out. Lulu Pop with a wound left, and Tim, I'll show you mine, Timmons has been knocked out. Oh, holy cow, this is insanity. I've never seen the likes. All right, so here we go. It is time for, oh, that's right, you guessed it, Juniper Jets Representing Team Blue, Juniper Jets has 8 health points. Who is Juniper going to go up against? We're going to roll a d4, either a 1 or a 2, or a 3 or a 4. Matthew, hey, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're in the mood for bloodshed because this combat has been absolutely insanity. All right, who's it going to be? It's going to be a 1, which means it is your favorite and mine, Dave Big Bones Malone. Oh my gosh, I thought he was banned from arena combat after the last incident. But no, Dave is back and he is pissed as hell. Look at that. Oh my gosh, he ran right into the arena. And Dave, also, that's Dave's special as well. They both have 8 life instead of 6. So it's Juniper Jets up against Dave Big Bones Malone. Oh my goodness, folks, we are in for a treat. Here we go. Round 1 of the 3rd combat of the tournament. It's Juniper Jets first. And Juniper starts pretty darn strong. Look at that. That's a 6, 2 5s, a 4, and 2 3s. Good God, I've never seen a roll like that before, except for that last time I saw a roll exactly like that. So now it's time for Dave Big Bones Malone. Let's see what Big Dave's got. Oh, are you kidding me? That is an even more insane roll. Good night. So it's 2 6s, 3 5s, and a 2. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely nuts. All right, let's get close and take a look. So Dave has done 1, 2, 3 wounds. Juniper has done 1 wound. All right, so 3 wounds on Juniper, which means Juniper is down to 5. Dave Big Bones Malone takes 1, so big old Dave is down to 7. That's right. Dave is just slinging that big bone left and right. Okay, folks, it's time for round 2, and we're back over to Juniper Jets. All right, Juniper, here you go. Juniper rolling 6 dice. Juniper's got to come through here. She can't let Dave and his big bone win the day. All right, well, that's kind of a 50-50 here because she had her first 3 dice are pretty good. 6, 4, 4, but look at those 3 1s. Yikes! I'm not a fan of that at all. It's like Juniper really started charging in but kind of slipped at the last second. Can Dave Big Bones Malone capitalize? Oh, kind of, actually. I mean, it wasn't the best roll, but it definitely beats having 3 1s. So there are 3 4s, a 3, a 2, and a 1. All right, let's get down to the close combat cam. Here we go. It is. So this is what Juniper has done to Dave. 1 wound, and that's it. In return, Dave has done 1, 2 wounds. So 2 wounds on Juniper brings her down to 3. 1 wound on Dave brings him down to 6, folks. Oh my gosh. Can you even believe this? It's been 2 rounds now that Dave has gotten the best of Juniper. Now, I will say, yes, I do mix the dice. That's just because we want a fair fight, right? So everyone's using everyone's dice. So there can't be any accusations of it being fixed. Steve, I agree. I've never seen a battle this intense since the last time we saw a battle this intense. All right, so Juniper Jets. This is round 3. Can Juniper come through here? Holy smokes! Someone woke up the beast! Look at that! A 6, 2 5s, 2 3s, and yes, a 1. But I mean, when your first 3 dice are that high, you can live with a 1 every now and then, right? Dave, Big Bones Malone, he's standing tall here representing Team Red. Can he continue to do so? Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Dave with a 6, 2 3s, a 2, Another 2 and a 1. Oh my gosh, Juniper came through. Juniper does 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds, bringing him down to 2. No wounds in return. Oh my gosh. Where did this beast come from? It like woke up inside of her. Juniper is ready. And this match just became unbelievably more interesting. It is now 3 HP to 2 HP. And here we go, folks. Juniper's next attack. Oh no! Oh no! Juniper may have given it all she had. Good Lord. A 3, a 2, and 4 ones. Good night. She really wishes she had the agile ability right here to reroll ones, but alas, she does not. Her special ability was having 8 life. She's going to need a lot more than that if she wants to stay alive here. Dave, Big Bones Malone, rolling. Not much better, but honestly, you didn't really have to be with a 6, a 4, a 3, a 2, and 2 ones. Folks, there it is. Unbelievable. Dave does 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. Juniper only had 3 life left. Juniper has been slain in the Crimson Arena. Say goodnight to Juniper Jets and say hello to Dave Big Bones Malone. Dave only has 2 HP left, so he didn't escape from that battle completely unscathed, but at least he's still alive, and that's what matters. Folks, it is time for the 4th and final combat of round 1. Representing Team Blue, we have Ace Steelman. Now, Ace gets a 7th die. And look at this. Ace is going up against the exact same ability on Team Red. This is Susan Saran Wrap. Oh my gosh, the legend herself, Susan Saran Wrap, also gets to roll 7 dice. Unbelievable. It is time for the 4th and final combat of round 1. Ace Steelman up against Susan Saran Wrap. Who you got, Team Blue or Team Red? Let's find out who goes into the next round. Team Blue is really hurting here. Ace Steelman has got to do something about the losses that they have been suffering. When Juniper Jets went down, I almost feel like some of the hopes and dreams of Team Blue went down with her. But can Ace Steelman bring it back? 7 dice here. Look at that. That's 2 5s, a 4. Oh, but look at this. 2 2s and 2 1s. Oh, that's a toughie. And of course, the benefit of rolling 7 dice is kind of lost when you're battling against someone who also rolls 7 dice. So I don't know if it's a benefit that Ace is also fighting someone with 7 dice or a detriment, because normally that would count as an automatic wound. If you're rolling 7 dice and your opponent's only rolling 6, you still line them up, but that extra die basically counts as an automatic wound. And when both combatants are rolling 7 dice, you lose that benefit. But here's Susan Saran Wrap. Oh my gosh. Susan dug down deep for that one, folks. 3 6s, a 5, a 3, and 2 1s. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. Take a peek at this. Wound, 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 wound. That's 5 wounds on Ace Steelman. Oh my gosh. Only a single wound left. Now, we've seen it before. We've absolutely seen it before where someone with only a wound left comes back to be victorious, but I mean, come on, this is insane. All right, round 2, Ace Steelman. Again, not quite the best roll. 5, 4, 4, 3 2s, and a 1. Ace really wants Susan to wad up that wrap and head for the hills because he doesn't want any more of what she has in store. Well, look at that. All right. Well, this is also not really all that good because a 6, a 5, a 4, 2 2s, and 2 1s. So Ace is going to do a wound, unfortunately, though, before he departs this earth. So Susan deals 1, 2 wounds, and unfortunately, he only has 1. Ace is dead. But before he goes, he does deal a wound here. So Susan is down to 5 HP, but Ace Steelman is eliminated. Folks, Team Blue is truly hurting here. This is not good. All right, well, let's find out. That was the entire first round. Let's see who ends up winning the tournament, because here we go. The last hope for Team Blue is Wilbur Sandusky with his whopping 1 HP left, and he gets to decide. So again, the team with fewer fighters remaining or fewer combined HP gets to decide who he wants to go up against. Honestly, at this point, I say let's try to pick off Lulu. So Lulu only has 1 HP as well. Maybe they can knock each other out and make this look a little closer than it actually was. But both of them get to re-roll 1s, so we'll see what ends up happening here. It is 6 dice for Wilbur Sandusky. Wilbur, what you got? Re-rolling 1s. Oh my gosh, look at that. Wilbur rolls a 6, a 4, 2 more 4s, a 3, and a 1, which he gets to re-roll. Oh my gosh, it's a 6. Holy smokes, 2 6s, 3 4s, and a 3. All right, so here we go with Lulu in defense. Can Lulu survive? Wow, that wasn't a terrible roll, but against all those 6s it might be. She rolled a 5, another 5, a 4, a 3, and a 2. Folks, you are not even going to believe this. Look at this. A wound. So that's 2 wounds on Lulu, but there's a wound right back on Wilbur, and then there's 2 more wounds on Lulu. So unfortunately, Lulu is completely destroyed. I mean, my God, I've never seen a more brutal massacre, but that 1 wound did get through and dealt the final wound to Wilbur. Folks, give a Crimson Arena goodbye to Wilbur Sandusky. And what does that mean? That means they have killed each other. And the final 2 competitors are both on Team Red. Victory to Team Red. It is Dave Big Bones Malone and Susan Saran Wrap. Wait, what's this? They are arguing over who deserves the victory more. Could it be? Could they actually have some civil war amongst Team Red? Oh no, this is not good. They're heading toward the arena. Someone stop them. Call the guards. Oh, good night. Dave Big Bones Malone with his 2 HP. And Susan Saran Wrap, I mean, she still has 5 HP. She's rolling all these dice. Can Dave Big Bones Malone actually put a stop to her? I don't see that happening. Susan is a truly insane competitor. But here we go, folks. Dave Big Bones Malone has 2 HP left. Susan Saran Wrap has 5, and she gets to roll 7 dice. This is not looking good for big old Dave any way you look at it. And we are now rolling Dave Big Bones Malone. Oh my gosh. All right, that's not the worst roll. So he has 3 4s, 2 3s, and a 2. And Susan, don't forget, Susan's rolling 7 dice here. Holy smokes. But, I mean, some of them were okay, but geez, she also rolled really low. Okay, and when we combine them, What do we have? So we actually, when you have 7 dice compared to 6, you start with the lowest. Is it lowest or highest? Yep, it's lowest. So let's look at this. Unbelievable. Did they just kill each other? Because here we go. So there's a wound on Susan, a wound on Susan, a wound on Susan, wound on Susan, wound on Susan, wound on Big Dave, and another wound on Big Dave. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. That is 5 wounds on Susan and 2 wounds on Big Dave, and that means they have knocked each other out. However, the entirety of the game cannot end like that. So if it's still a tie, the winner is the player whose warrior caused the most wounds in the final attack. That happens to be Big Dave, Big Bones Malone. Unbelievable. So even though he was taken out, he crawls back up. He did the most wounds in that final attack. Folks, here is your winner. So for the team victory, goes to Team Red. Team Red did win the team exhibit, but as we saw, between the duel of the red team survivors, Dave Big Bones Malone is the single warrior standing tall. And just listen to that crowd. They're going absolutely insane. And folks, they have never seen anything quite like this. Give it up. Give a big Crimson Arena applause to Big Dave Big Bones Malone, who is the winner of Crimson Arena. All right, folks, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And we'll have to do some more of these in the future. I just wanted to get this one on cam. But yeah, I just had an absolute blast. I hope that you did as well. Have a good night. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Steve. It was an absolute blast for me as well. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend. And until next time.